I have a friend whose name is Kenneth Baring. I met him. We were getting an award. I get a lot of awards because of Chicken Soup books. And I meet really cool people because all the people getting them are people that have done cool stuff. And he was once the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, a co-owner. And he said he'd gone through 4 stages in his life. The first stage, he said, was called stuff. He thought if he had all the right stuff, he'd be happy. And he had the cars and the boats and the planes and all that stuff. Still wasn't happy. He said, well, he went to his next life, I think it was called better stuff. Need the better car, better house, better plane. That's why this guy had this plane, he only had this one, that's why he wasn't happy. So he got all the better stuff, he still wasn't happy. He said, maybe I have the wrong stuff, going after the wrong stuff. He said, that's when I bought the Seattle Seahawks. He said, I figure if you own a football team, that's got to be a cool thing, right? You sit in the box, you know all the players, you travel around, get a lot of respect. Still wasn't happy. And so then he said, this guy friend of his came to him and said, look, I want to take over a bunch of wheelchairs to Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, those places, and give them to kids who've lost their legs with landmines and so forth. Would you come with me? He said, sure. So they loaded up the plane. I think he had about 140 wheelchairs, put them in the plane, they take him over. And he's picking his 3rd kid up, and he's putting him in a wheelchair. And his 11-year-old boy, and puts him down. He turns away to get another wheelchair for another kid, and the boy won't let go of his leg. And he said, I turned back around, and through the interpreter, the boy said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with tears streaming down his face, he said, don't leave yet. I want to memorize your face. He says, because when we meet again in heaven, I want to be able to thank you one more time. He said, that's the first time in my life I felt pure joy from giving. He went home and he started the Wheelchair Foundation. He's given away over, I think it's 40,000 wheelchairs to kids in third world countries all around the world.